me feeling like I'm academics.
Let's just watch the shit. Tyler, the Creator. Okay, this is the interview. It's not that long.
Isn't it crazy, Maverick, that I'm like one of your cutest homies?
Pause.
What did you do today before you got here? What have you been up to?
Huh?
What have you been doing today, literally today?
I was just at the office.
Doing what?
I woke up, I saw my mom.
You woke up at what time?
5:45.
To do what?
Oh, you want me to tell?
I want to know what a day in the life of Tyler, the Creator, just like a normal day.
Woke up at 5:45.
To do what?
To look at some photos.
Let's get past this.
So she treated you like a
like true mama's boy type shit, and she let me kind of like just be and exist, but like was on my shit. Like when I turned 12, she was like, all right, nigga, after this little cake, I'm gonna teach you how to like wash your clothes, and when you turn 14, you're gonna apply for a job, so when you turn 15, your worker's permit is like, she raised me on some like independent, be on my own shit, but also like I got so many hugs. The older I get, the more I realize a lot of niggas didn't get a lot of hugs.
Of course not.
And I got so much
from your mom.
From my mom, and you gotta think she farted me out.
Of course.
So when she sees like this thing
that she made,
and it's like winning awards, and like when I did the Louis Vuitton thing, like she was just she started crying on the phone.
I'm sure.
And when I got my role, she started crying.
Yeah, that's in
like,
one of your songs. When you pulled up
but
her
the
house.
way that she grew up, she never would have thought she would see one of those things. She grew up in a fight or flight type of environment. So to see something that she farted out, do these things and change lives and be successful and just stay focused and not, you know, I haven't been to jail. I don't have a drug problem. I haven't beaten no one up. I don't have a sex addiction. I'm like good. I'm a good kid in her head and in real life. And like everything I said I would do, I did. To her, she just like, what the fuck? But a lot of that wouldn't have been possible if she didn't really put like the I don't give a fuckness that I have.
Just bought one in the crib. How did you teach yourself?
Gave the beats. Smart and super dialed in. And even his pop Black Eyed Peas stuff is super genius. Like, I love Will I Am. I'm actually hitting him up after this. He's like, hey, like, I know you're probably working on like an electric scooter or some shit. Like, what are you doing?
Wait, so you were saying your first rap?
Yeah, so I wrote to that, and I was just writing about like doing chores and like shit that a 7-year-old rap about. Like I had the ill purple Nintendo 64 there. But what I liked was like, whether it was like growing up in LA, you'll hear a DJ Quick or like a Mac 10 Ice Cube Snoop Dogg song. These songs were like about things. Like DJ Quick always made records about a specific thing. Like Pitch In on a Party is such an ill concept. That Balanced Options album is incredible.
I love that album.
The storytelling from that, and I really loved English class. It's the texture of the brush, it's the colors. It's not just like, you don't just read my lyrics and be like, oh, I get it. Like I'm not that type of rapper. Like you watch the video and hear the beat and hear when the drums leave and how I'm moving, and you're like, oh, that's why I like people seeing me live, because it's like, oh, New Magic Wand. It's number 6 off my Igor album. It's my favorite song I've made to date. That song wasn't as popular as it was when it first came out. That was a slow burner. And every time I perform that song, I let people know, hey, this is my favorite song before I do this song. And people will see that song live and see the energy, see how it felt, whether it's the fire, see how my legs move. And that song started gaining traction and popularity because it gave some people context. And a lot of people who didn't like that song said they saw it live and was like, damn, I understand it now. So when you're like, well, has your writing got better? Well, yes, because I've also gotten better musically. So for me, it's not just lyrics. I don't think I'm like a Earl Sweatshirt or like a Jay-Z or something like that. Yes. Like you gotta look at the whole thing when it comes to me.
And when you make shit, whatever it is, because you create all the time and making shit, but I've heard you a lot of times say, man, I'm on my fucking 25th bridge on this song. Is that because you're hard on yourself? Or is it because you know it's perfect?
It's just not the one.
And when you're going through that process, are you beating yourself up like, why the fuck can't I figure this out?
No, I'm not. I'm not like hard
on
on myself like that. I'm just like, well, I spent 6 hours on this one and this one isn't it, but it's still good. All right, well, I'll get to it and figure it out.
Because you don't operate on the clock, really. And you can't, art and time they don't sync up well.
It depends on the person, but like, I know when the shit's done. Like, the music will tell you what it needs.
While you're making it?
The music tells me what it needs. I can't speak for everyone.
What do you get the most joy of making? Music, clothes, designs, photography? What brings you the most joy?
Okay, I'm trying to get to
I mean, music, maybe a photo, but y'all niggas in y'all spare time, y'all hobby is being weird stalker niggas, bro, you will get shot.
Hold
boundaries no more.
Yeah.
And it's normalized and everyone thinks this shit is cute. It's like, we don't know each other. But then I get called an ungrateful asshole because I'm like, yo, I give you the art, I give you the music, high five. Why are y'all niggas showing up to doorsteps? Why are y'all niggas fucking hacking this? Why are y'all following niggas' moms home because you like a song? You like a song, but you being weird? And it's not even just for me musically. It's for a fucking basketball player, soccer, actress, but we're fans. So because you
Damn, is he saying y'all fans are weird as shit?
like a song or because you like a movie, that gives you the permission to be a fucking weirdo. But we're no. Calm your fucking ass down.
Listen to the song.
Listen to the show or watch the whatever. High five, say cool, what's up, maybe a photo. But y'all niggas in y'all spare time, y'all hobby is being weird stalker niggas. Bro, you will get shot.
But that part is what gets exhausting.
Yeah, but I love making music.
But making music leads to that. You can't disconnect the two, right?
Well, you say you can't disconnect the two, and someone's probably gonna watch this and cut this off, and this whole convo is gonna lose context. And what's gonna also happen is me talking about my favorite DJ Quick album won't be posted as much as me saying fans are weird. And then someone's gonna say, every time we see this nigga, he always complaining. When I could spend this whole interview like, I love my mom, I love Sade,
DJ
I
Quick,
love music,
but
that's not what they're gonna
Options
post.
was such a great album.
That's not what they're
I'm
gonna
about to listen to that shit when I get in the car.
It's a great album. So that also sucks, like, people taking what you say because they want clicks or engagement because they get ad money for engagement and like they got a mortgage to pay. And then two, other people be like, well, you signed up for this. No, nigga, no. I like making music. I'm cute, tall, have a great personality, a little annoying, but it's mad chill and a great sense of style that's been influencing the shit for a while. But whatever, right? Put that out in the world. My first album came out in 2009. I got signed into 2010, May 2011, my first thing came out. 2011 social landscape is so different from now. It wasn't iPhones everywhere. It wasn't people being thirsty for whatever they get from the internet. It was a different time. So walking around and living and meeting people and enjoying stuff was much different up until 2016. When our phone became a thing, which, dude, technology has sped up so much, I don't even think the human brain is able to really comprehend what's going on. We're used to being able to be contacted 24/7. A big switch happened. In 2024 now, with filming, with this and that, with voice recording, all that, that's something I'm not used to.
Yes.
That's something I don't think any of us is used to. And when I signed
Is he on Adderall or is the video just fast? Oh, the video is fast.
up for this stuff, that not only wasn't the landscape, our brain wasn't even
knowing that was coming.
So people are still adjusting. I'm adjusting to like, damn, everyone could see everything. You could just look up someone's address and motherfuckers is like, damn, I can know what my favorite artist is eating for breakfast and not feel weird about it because every fucking page, whether it's Akademiks, Shade Room, or whoever the fuck is posting it. Now the conversation of music, of art, is gone because when artists put something out, the last thing they talk about is music. So you know what that does to a fan listening to music? If they see the person that made the music not give any like value to it, you think they gonna give a fuck about the album? They gonna listen to it for an hour and be like mid. Mid, not even in mid, they don't even use the word right. That just means it's like average. They just don't like it. But that's just their word. And because you didn't even give value to it, people can't even articulate what they dislike about it. They just say mid and move on. They don't go into detail about what they didn't like about the beat or the lyrics or this and that. I get mocked because I'm like, track 4, 2000, this album came out. I'm a musician. What the fuck else do you think I'm supposed to talk about, you dumb fuck? About who I shot, who I got beef with, about who I fucked? That should be 90% of my conversation. No, I make music. I'm a music nerd and a musician. I care about the shit. So when y'all niggas see me on TV and I'm talking about music, the shit you know me for, what the fuck?
And is your frustration with them because you care about this art form so much?
I love this art form so much, bro. And there's so many niggas out right now that aren't musicians that are getting treated like musicians because they make meme records or whatever. And I'm like, bro, this nigga's out here that's really special, really aliens, really talented, really putting in the work. And y'all niggas giving this dip fuck these niggas publicly will be like, I don't give a fuck about music. I just do this shit for money. Like,
I agree with you.
Like,
Am I wrong in saying that when I first saw him, when I first saw Tyler, the Creator, and he had this record, and then all I heard on the record was bitch, fuck. It was just a bunch of expletives. I thought he was making some meme type of music. I didn't think he was taking this as like some super serious art. I thought this was a kid having fun, has a little talent, but he's not really taking this shit that serious. Am I tripping? I might be tripping on that thought, but it's kind of interesting and odd for me to hear him say that about other artists because I greatly remember when he came on the scene And I remember other people telling me, this ain't music. Am I tripping? Now, granted, has he grown into like this amazing artist? Yes, duh. But I'm talking about like the very first thing you ever heard from Tyler, the Creator. Did you say, oh my God, this is a special guy that's just out of this world? Or did you say, this is a kid having fun and kind of like, you know, being a little raunchy? And to me, that's almost like equivalent to like what some of these kids are doing with meme rap, right? Like they're going to have to grow out of it. No? All right. Like, you never seen that one with the roach? Like, Tyler, the Creator, first music video. What's the name of it? Yeah, this. Like, I used to be on college radio. Yo, you know, they bleep the curse words out. Bro, half the shit was curse words.
Triceratops, reptar, rapping as I'm mocking deaf rock stars, wearing synthetic wigs made of room. Swallow the.
Was it this or maybe it was another one? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if it was Yonkers. I mean, creatively and conceptually, it's dope. But I think it's dope after you've seen what he turned into. It felt like he was just kind of trolling and trying to be obscene. Like that was the first thing I thought. Like now, once you get it, you like he's grown so much as an artist that this takes on new life. But in this is 2011. What was his first music video? Was that his first music video, or his first like big song like everybody was playing? I don't know. Whatever, man. Anyway,
It's your bag. I love that. But like when every publication is like, hell yeah, let's put that out. Man, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 20-year-old gonna see that and be like, man, shit, I don't really care about this shit too. This is a quick bag. Now you taking up space for niggas like me.
That really want to be
for people who really care about this art form.
That was also like a kind of an odd thought too. Like I've never heard like an artist with like a cachet that he has had now and he's earned it. I've never heard Drake say, man, what's up with all these whack ass niggas, man? They distracting you from my music. Like it kind of doesn't work like that. Like the established artists are never affected by the field. And he's an established artist, and the newer artists in the field, I don't think they affect him at all.
Talented, really putting in the work. And y'all niggas giving this dip fuck who these niggas publicly will be like, I don't give a fuck about music. I just do this shit for money. Like,
I agree with you.
Like, get your bag. I love that. But like, when every publication is like, hell yeah, let's put that out. Man, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 20-year-old gonna see that and be like, man, shit, I don't really care about this shit too. This is a quick bag. Now you taking up space for niggas like me.
That really want to be
space for people who really care about this art form.
Yeah, but also I'm wondering why Tyler even equates that. If you're saying these guys are making meme fuck shit music that just lacks substance and lacks all this other shit, why would you even think that those same fans are listening to you if you're making more complex, passionate, artistic stuff? Why would you think the same viewer is going from the meme rap to you? Or why are you saying that if they're not listening to this meme shit, they'll be into you? These might be just younger kids that just want a little bop for the moment. They're not going to listen to you. If you're saying your stuff is just much more complex and integral than these other guys who are making bullshit.
And like, I don't like that.
But do you get...
I hear people saying he's talking about like this guy named Ian. There's a rapper named Ian, I think. Ian Rapper. And yeah, he has a song with Yachty.
It's me another, I die here. I'm just praying I make it till Friday. Either way, I'ma die with my pride. Fell in love with the color and parked out front, bitch.
And I guess, you know, people think he's talking about him because they feel like his look and his upbringing doesn't kind of go along with his sound and the content of what he's rapping about. And I think, you know, I don't know if that could be also kind of put on. I don't know if you know about Lil Mabu, who's like out of New York, because he started doing like, you know, he's like a prep school kid who started doing drill rap, right? And people were like, yo, that's kind of like odd as well. I don't know if it's only Ian he's talking about or he's including all of them in a bucket, but he doesn't name a name from what I heard.
And these niggas can't perform.
Nobody can
all these niggas dress alike. Man, you go to 2003. Jay didn't sound like T.I., who didn't sound like 50. Pharrell didn't sound like Dre, who ain't sound like fucking Quick, who ain't sound like Ye or Just Blaze or Alchemist. Eminem didn't sound like fucking Jill Scott. Jill Scott wasn't trying to sound like Julian from the fucking Strokes. Everyone was them fucking selves. Now, like, Everyone is doing cosplay as a Spider-Man meme of like the next nigga. Everyone uses the same slang. Nigga, you are from LA and you saying slime?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say that. It's crazy how the internet has.
Yo, it's kind of crazy. Yo, Tyler sound like an old head. The only reason why I'm saying he sounded like an old head, he sounded like a guy who was frustrated that things aren't how they used to be. Lines are getting crossed, geographical borders or boundaries are almost evaporating due to TikTok and all these other places, and kids are being kids, which I don't think we get a Tyler the Creator if you can't go make a stupid video with a roach coming out your nose and you're cursing half the song. So I'm wondering why he's so judgmental on the newer artists now, kind of breaking down the boundaries even more, that they could get their sort of expression in. Like, it's kind of odd because usually you see this from one of these baggy jeans wearing niggas out of New York who's like, yo, why niggas, yo, son, yo, done, yo, these niggas not rapping no more, man. What is swag rap? Like, you know, like, it's like dudes are so stuck in their ways. You don't hear it from an eclectic, talented, like really creative type of guy who's seemingly open to like boundary. Obviously, he cares about boundaryless. You know, when it comes to like, didn't he drop Flower Boy, which is pretty much an album about, you know, his self-expression and his sexuality, which is kind of like boundaryless or whatever. You can't really classify it. Yet he seems so judgmental and kind of is putting music in a box. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would expect him to say this. Other rappers, yes, not him.
Man, you go to 2003. Jay didn't sound like T.I., who didn't sound like 50. Pharrell didn't sound like Dre, who ain't sound like fucking Quick, who ain't sound like Ye or Just Blaze or Alchemist. Eminem didn't sound like fucking Jill Scott.
Now, this is where I also disagree with them. Like, with all due respect, Tyler, the Creators, like, rap has always been monkey say, monkey do. When Biggie was around, and I think right after he passed, what's the name of that rapper who, you know, they were trying to like give a shot to, sounded very similar to Biggie. Also Shine. People used to love Shine because he sounded like Biggie. What's the name of that artist? I can't remember what his name is. What I'm saying is that in hip hop, anytime someone's has seen a lane that works, there's always copycats. It didn't just start now. People didn't just start sounding the same now. Wait, who y'all talking about? I'm trying to see if y'all guess the right person. Who? Yeah, Gorilla Black. That's who I was thinking about. It was Gorilla Black. Yeah, it was Gorilla Black. Yes. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, bro, copying has always been in music. Like, yo, shit. About 8 years ago, or actually more than 8 years ago, it's actually 10 years about to the day. Yo, Designer came out sounding just like Future, and that worked for a bit. Only originals last. So I don't think nothing has changed. Yeah, the unique original people last. Like, there isn't 5 Playboy Cardis, even now. There isn't 5 Uzis. There's not 5 Yachty's, and there's not 5 Tyler the Creators. There's not 5 Drakes, not 5 Kendrick Lamar's, not 5 J. Cole. There's not 5 of any great artist ever. There's always going to be copycat. One, somebody told me, they said nothing, actually I'm a credit to, dancehall legend Beanie Man. He says, nothing isn't great until it's copied a bunch of times. So if people don't replicate or try to replicate and try to imitate, whether in a flattered way or not, you're probably not that great, right? Like the epitome of being great is people saying, hey, rather than create something new, let me be a carbon copy of that. I know, I remember when I first started doing my YouTube videos in a certain way, and then I started seeing copycats a bit, I started to feel away. And it took me a while to understand. These days, when I see people doing even a form of rendition of what I've done, I was like, yo, I'm happy, I'm proud. Like, it just tells me, yo, you're influential, you're the guy. You're a one of one. And, again, sometimes, going back to what one of the very famous quotes that Quincy Jones said, sometimes people imitate till they find themselves. So I also think that too. And that happens in music. People used to call Uzi a clone of like a Young Thug, and then it sounds preposterous to compare Uzi and Young Thug now. People used to call Young Thug like almost a wannabe clone of Lil Wayne, but it sounds preposterous to think about that now. People used to call Trippie Redd like a wannabe clone of was it like Uzi. Now it sounds crazy thinking about that. So, part of culture is always imitating what's working, right? Like, so if two artists kick off the sound of Brooklyn drill, like, for example, I never knew there was this many niggas, pause, no Diddy or no whatever, in New York that had a hoarse, deep voice, pause. But after Pop Smoke came out and it worked, that deep voice, pause, worked good on those drill beats that was coming from the UK. Everybody start rapping with a deep voice. Now, was there ever anybody that had that real distinct, deep voice that it worked exactly how it worked with Pop? No, because they didn't have the look, they didn't have the charisma, they didn't have the way to make those songs, and it didn't click, right? So there's a bunch of imitators, but it happens in culture. I don't know why Tyler's kind of sounding out of touch, like he doesn't know that copying has been around since day one, and it's gonna be around for years to come.
Scott wasn't trying to sound like Julian from the fucking Strokes. Everyone was them fucking selves. Now, like, everyone is doing cosplay as a Spider-Man meme of, like, the next nigga. Everyone uses the same slang. Nigga, you are from LA and you saying slime?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say that. It's crazy how the internet has made everything so, like, homogenous. Like, nothing is its own thing no more. And I think in, like, 3 years, like, either everyone's just gonna be the same color or it's gonna pop and the next generation is just gonna go so left and want to be themselves that it's gonna be like.
But that also comes with hip hop getting so big too. The flip side of that is like, is part of that good too because the shit just got so big that so many people can come in and make money?
It's some kid right now, it's a white kid, regular like Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music. And
is that what Ian is doing? Is he mocking Gucci Mane and Future?
Like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire. It's like I'm just joking.
Let me see if I could get like a. Sample size. Ian, Future, Gucci. I'll just type it in. Maybe somebody has a mashup or something of the sort. Is this the guy Ian? Is it because he's wearing a chain and an AP? It has to be a little bit more, right?
I don't know who the fuck Ian is.
Ian's an artist that looks and dresses like Parks.
But raps like Gucci and everybody else. Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to shame my older cousins and uncles for like not being so in tune with what was going on in hip hop, like they was old and washed. Now that I'm old and washed, I really appreciate not being in tune with whoever the fuck Ian is. Like, you niggas gotta do a little, my famous people guard is up. Y'all gotta do a little more before I start running around saying, Ian.
I agree.
Who the fuck is Ian?
Nah, this Ian dude, he's kind of on and popping. I've heard a lot about him.
All right.
Sure.
Too. Like
Eminem, they love this shit.
Beastie Boys.
They live it.
And I think they never tried to be us. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yo, I'm a white boy. I'm nice though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna still be my white nice.
Tell my
story. You get what I'm saying? I ain't never try to do
and
nothing
they still
crazy.
spoke their experiences. They didn't try to.
I appreciate that.
Live anyone else. But this is Boo's art.
Okay.
And I'm just mocking it, but I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed. No, mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music, and like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire. It's like I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it, but I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed my life and everyone's life around me, and I'm a nerd about this shit. This is like weird. And I'm looking at it and something about it like don't even sit well with me in comparison to someone like a Mac Miller or Eminem who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it and they were still just being, aside from when Eminem was wearing do-rags in like 2006. Also, I seen this show called, I think Painkillers on Netflix. Has anyone seen that show?
Yeah.
Really good show. And it's about like how people got addicted to opioids in like the 90s or whatever. And I saw that show and Eminem put out this album called Recovery. It's 2010. I was a big Eminem fan. When that album came out, I fucking hated it. Publicly was like, this shit is whack. Didn't like it. And after watching that show, dude, I felt so bad.
Because the album made sense?
I felt so bad about those tweets and things like that, because thinking from his perspective, someone like me publicly saying that stuff and him getting off drugs and being clean and getting to a point in his life that's behind him, and me implying like, you need to, no, this shit is what, he probably felt like I was attacking him. I thought I was just like, I don't like the music. He was in a different part of his life and probably felt like I was attacking him. And now I feel so bad about saying that stuff because my perspective was so limited. And I love him. That dude taught me how to rap. I learned how to put words together in rhythm because of some of the Eminem stuff I was hearing and storytelling and things like that. So after watching that show, that gave me perspective, and I felt this is a few months ago. I felt so terrible about some of the things I said about that recovery album, because I realized that was a big step and meant a lot to him. And my fucking young stupid ass was like, oh, I want to hear the same song and dance, and I love the Eminem show, but like, he's not there anymore. I felt terrible. And if I ever see him, like, I want to tell him that, like, in person.
And when you talk about that, you're talking about a very specific thing, which Jay-Z says at the beginning of Blueprint when he's talking on the intro, where he says, this is just what I'm going through in the time. Like as a rapper, when you're writing shit.
Okay, all right. I want to hear this guy's music, though. By the way, apparently he's signed to Boo. And Boo is Kanye's brother, if you don't know. I'm not even drunk. Boo is Akon's brother. Okay, he was the manager of Kanye before this John Monopoly guy is. Boo left managing Kanye to work at a label, and he basically is back in the music business. And one of his signees is this guy Ian, and he says, "Hey, yo, Tyler, I signed Ian, and I'm from Atlanta. He sounds nothing like Gucci or Future. It's called influence, but I never thought I see the day where you become old and hate on the youth." I'm actually on Boo's side with this. I think Tyler, the Creator, is too great to care. Put it like this. If this Ian guy is not new, isn't new, refreshing, innovative enough, and isn't different from, is a carbon copy or the store-bought version of any of the greats we have, he won't last. He has to bring something unique to ever crack the echelons of where Tyler, the Creator, exists. So it's like, music's always still a hustle. Like that's the reason why people copy, right? Like if you see somebody make $1 million doing A, you're gonna try to do A. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna do A. I'm just gonna come up with B to make $1 million too. You're gonna be like, no, somebody gave me the blueprint, and I'm gonna do it. So this kid Ian, he's at the very bottom of the totem pole at the very beginning stages of his career. Like I've seen a million artists who have tried to copy, replicate, cosplay, whatever the case is. They're out of here. They're in here and they're out of here as soon as it happens. Right? They're never the ones that end up being great. The only ones that ever end up being great have to separate themselves from the pack, have to do something great by themselves independently. They can't just ride the coattails of somebody else. You can't name me another artist who essentially does not have, I was going to say a great bone, but pause on that because, I'm still trying to figure out what Michael Rubin meant by gay bone. But still, you can't show me an artist who has now become great, but all they did to become great was copy another great artist. It just doesn't happen. Like, I remember around the time with Designer, we're like, oh shit, maybe Designer is gonna be, that sounded good. But then what happens? He's jerking off on a plane later on, brother. Like, it just doesn't, you got to be great. You got to be different. And the people sometimes when they're liking a wave, yeah, they like Future. They want more Future music. So if a Future clone comes along with a particular bop, they might like that one song. But will they ever like that artist more than Future? Fuck no. Will ever they like that artist more than Gucci? Fuck no. So, it comes and goes. Pause. You have to do some great shit to stay here. So maybe this kid is, maybe he's cosplaying a bit. Maybe he's, okay, you know what? This is a popular sound. And by the way, here's the thing we're neglecting. He might look like that, but he might have grown up on this, in this trap music by Future and Gucci. So he's just making music as he used to listen to it. Okay, maybe he gets a one bop, he gets signed, cool, but it won't last. It won't last, and it's no threat to Tyler, the Creator. He will never be on the same echelon as you. Yo, he said he's been in the game since 2019. That's 15 years. Name me one person who has copied another artist, every move, every sound, every cadence, and that artist is still in the game. Forget 15 years. Let's say 10. Who? You get what I'm saying? So for me, I was just like, bro, this is part of the game. It's kind of part of the game, just like how sampling is part of the game. Right? Using somebody's influence to create something new, even if you use it as a crutch or you use it along the way, that is part of the game, as long as you don't try to use it for your whole career, because we've never seen that work, and the fans at a point will say, hey, you have no originality that you're bringing to the game. We don't like the store-bought version. We prefer to fuck with Pluto. We prefer to fuck with Guwap. We're not going to keep listening to the guy who has nothing else to add. Oh, I said 2019. I'm sorry. I mean 2009. I'm sorry. Somebody said listen to Judgment by Ian. All right, come on. I'll listen. Ja Rule? Who did Ja Rule copy, like, just copy completely? What are you talking about? Ja Rule. No, why you haven't Googled Ja Rule? Ian Judgment. Let's hear this. Okay, this will sound like a Gucci beat before we even start. 100% this will start like a Gucci beat. 100,000%. And I'm 10 seconds in.
Brand new Margiela, same color of salmon. I don't.
Okay, yeah, he's doing a Gucci impression. Gucci does the really eclectic color palette rap. We do know this, right? Like, yeah. He's doing good. Wow, Tyler, you're right. This nigga do, but he'll never get to be Gucci. He'll never get to be Gucci, bro. Even if he catches one hit with this style, bro, we've seen this already.
By that bag for hold on, throw a tantrum. 2 pounds of gas on me. I smell like the shit.
Nah, he is rapping like he a nigga though. I ain't gonna lie to you. He rapping like he living that life. This aesthetic kind of like show, like he looks like he's in the burbs, right? The aesthetic is it's like a marketing plan, kind of. St. Laurent, you're saying, okay, that's how he blew up. Okay, I'm not saying this is a gimmick, right? So a clear gimmick would be, okay, I'm rapping just like another successful person. What I'm saying is it won't last. It just does. We've never seen it last. Again, I'm not saying these people can't become successful, but what do you judge success at? I judge success at Tyler, the Creator, dropping and doing over 200,000 first week. I judge that as an arena tour. Again, maybe this kid does last, but it's going to be him finding himself. And it's going to be a unique version, maybe a version that you don't like, but it will not be a carbon copy of Gucci Mane. Facts. Is he piggybacking off Gucci style right now? 100%. Like, you can hear it on this shit.
Not the last one.
You hear a little Gucci, you hear a little Cardi in there. Yeah. See, that's where y'all go too far. Nathan, you're wilding. You said, yo, he's better than Gucci. Come on, man.
Just show some answers. Oh, damn crib on a plane, watch.
Yeah, he's going to find his little lane, and I guarantee this going to be niche. It's going to be like, bro, you know who should be worried? Yeet. Not Gucci. Nigga, Gucci's a cultural legend that called fades, nigga, in motherfucking Lenox Mall, nigga. Gucci called fades in Lenox Mall, nigga. Gucci ain't got nothing to worry about, nigga. Gucci hit bitches in the head with a bottle and kicked them out the car on the highway, nigga. Gucci Mane was standing in front of a judge, nigga. They said, Gucci, you guilty or innocent? He said, bitch, I might be, nigga. He don't got nothing to worry about, nigga. He competing with Yeet. He's gonna have a little. He's gonna have a niche type of crowd. It's gonna be people that look like him, white kids who like that sound and like that they're seeing somebody that is looks like them. Then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get the Drakes and the Yachty's who are gonna collab with them. That's just so. I'm not gonna say he's gonna go away, but for him to be a legend, 10 years, he's gonna have to really carve out a really unique lane.
But when that day come, we gon' pay the same price. You got your damn mind. You ever try that back talk?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He's more competing with Yeet to me. Like, Yeet has this, like, masterful stand base of just people who are like him that only love his music. I don't see niggas who like Gucci Mane saying, turn Ian on. I don't see that gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is that Ian is gonna spawn a new generation of fans that like that sound but like his aesthetic. And that's going to be niche. That's just, again, the majority of the culture ain't going to be like, yo, let's go run to this kid to replace Gucci. Now, will he get people collab with him? Of course. People just collab with, and also people going to look at him as checking a box. Who you think his demographic is? People look like him. So, all right, cool. When we want to go tap in with that demographic, let's do a song with Ian. Fuck it. So he'll last for a while, but these artists, unless they really lock in, they usually last 3 years, 2 to 3 years, then they out of here. Hey, why would you be mad at, if you've been in this game for 15 years, why the fuck would you be mad at an artist who, unless he really carves out a good niche, the shelf life on him is 3 years. Obviously somebody like Yeet's carved out a good pocket for himself. Because, initially people were saying Yeet was just he's the store-bought Cardi. But then, he starts to tweak it, figure out a pocket that's him. Right? And now we can say, yo, Yeet is, he's legit. How long Yeet been around? A few years, maybe 3, 4 right now? Yeah. Slim Whopper says, man, we just got to figure out how many times a day Ian uses the N-word. Now, of course he uses the N-word. Bro, of course he uses the N-word. Off camera.
I tried to run your bag up. Damn right I'm high as hell. That's how I manage. But I hope just...
Okay, Frank says, so wait, it's a problem when Ian does it, but it's not when Drake cosplays as an Atlanta artist? Talking about he's feeling like a slime in his head. He's stealing X flow and he got a fake ass Jamaican accent. Frank, thank you for the donation. I didn't say it's a problem when Drake does it, but Drake didn't become great off cosplaying Atlanta. I think Drake has checked the relevant to this sound box or relevant to the club scene box when he does that. We know when Drake going to do them Atlanta songs. You remember the first couple albums, Drake had a completely different sound. If Your Arena's Too Late was him adopting some of that Atlanta shit, for real now. But if we're talking about So Far Gone, if we're talking about Thank Me Later, if we're talking about Take Care, if we're talking about Nothing Was the Same, his music did not sound like Atlanta. There was just a Drake sound. Right? We knew when he wanted to get a song in the club because his songs were more slower, he would do Versace, Medusa, Head on Me like I'm Illuminati. He hops on a record like that. But he was always features. It was never his records till we see him essentially around the time of If Your Arena's Too Late. He kind of started making songs that are kind of like damn near Atlanta songs. Right? And it's his songs completely. Right? And then he works with Future. And then you're like, okay, that makes sense because Future's here. And then, he kind of dibbles and dabs, but he went to dancehall afterwards. But I think Drake has always moved like that, more off relevance more than, I'm trying to, he didn't build his career off sounding like some other shit. He created a sound. And I get it. The original sound wasn't a Toronto sound. But him and 40 created that sound. That's a fact. Yeah. Now, most artists, they just wait till their sound fade out and they just go out. Like, Drake is smart. He's going to be like, all right, what y'all doing now? All right, cool. Y'all want to do house? I'll do some house. Y'all want to do drill? I'll do some drill. Y'all want to do Memphis shit? I'll do some Memphis shit. Y'all want to do some Houston shit? I'll do some Houston shit. Y'all want to do this? I'll do some. Like, remember there was a time, remember 2011, Drake started doing West Coast songs, right? Y'all remember that? Please tell me why you always hating. Y'all remember that song? Like, he started doing Motto. He started doing some Motto nigga, YOLO. Like, he started doing the West Coast thing for, like, Drake kind of moves around in terms of whatever regional sound it is, he kind of like hits it, conquers it, but it's not that he's built his career off of it. He's doing it more for relevance, right? According to me. So I say A$AP Rocky's first project was heavily Houston influenced. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. St. Laurent, what's up? You said, I agree with the sentiment, Ack. Also, thanks for letting me know not to give a fuck, because you're right. The real go outlast. Yeah, bruh. Yo, it's crazy when I see people like, you only give this kid more exposure. It's like when people were mad at Pump. What the fuck is music came to? These guys like Lil Pump got 20 million followers and they're doing bullshit. Bro, 6 years later, like, don't you feel stupid for even, like, wasting your breath? Like, shit came and went, right? Like, let's be honest. All of these things feel so relevant in the moment, and it feels like it won't go away in music. And then you look up 3 to 4 years later, and the climate has changed, and people still fucking with the real. People still fucking with the certain thing that seems authentic. And then all of the other shit you see, they're doing streams with Jack Dorsey and Vitaly. That's it. Just relax. This ain't nothing gonna happen, bro. Somebody said Ice Spice is going to. Nah. We giving Ice Spice one more summer. Ice Spice got one more summer. Yup. Only real music gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today, gone tomorrow. Come on, y'all know that. Yeah, like, yo, we're stuck in such a time that, like, you hear about one new art. There was a time I legit thought, like, Bad Baby was gonna go on this crazy, amazing run, and, like, what we think, like, the Lottos and Sexy Red is Bad Baby was gonna be that. Remember when she had that one song and Kodak was in the song? We're like, oh my God, we're like, the Cash Me Outside girl is taking over hip hop, nigga. 3 years later, she just popped the OnlyFans and said, peace out, hip hop. I'm out of here. Like, come on. Yo, just remember, time goes this way. It doesn't go that way. You get what I'm saying? Frank says, wasn't Drake cosplaying Kanye 808 at the start before moving on? The Drake kick allegation. We're waiting. Bro, I really don't know. I'm going to Google it and I'll play whatever that is. But anyway, Drake was heavily influenced by Kanye's 808s. Here what I'm saying is that Drake had to develop a style on top of the influence. Let's not act like there isn't an artist that has gotten born that was never inspired by another artist. What was the artist that Jay has rapped many times that he was inspired by that nigga rapping? And then Jay found his own pocket and found how to be great. Kobe saw MJ do the fadeaway and he put that into his game, but he built around it and he made it unique enough, even though, he was definitely a student of Jordan and wouldn't even dare say different because he respected Jordan so much. What I'm saying is that why y'all acting like influence is just such a bad thing? Now, I think the only element here is because this guy is a white kid who looks preppy and looks like he shouldn't be listening to Gucci Mane. Lundy, love you too. Okay. All right. We'll leave that there. I don't know why y'all think I'm ducking this thing. Drake kick allegations. Like, where can I find a video on this thing? Bruh, please don't tell me I gotta watch a Fantano video, bruh. Please, nah, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching a Fantano video, bro. I'm not.